But, okay. Everyone say hello to YouTube. Welcome to TUBI Tuesday, Summer's Last Resort edition. If you don't know, this is the new TUBI movie. Like, it's produced by TUBI, and it features friend of the show, a guy that I real life know, Jerry O'Connell, is like the lead. And so, of course, we're gonna watch it, and of course, we're gonna be supportive. It's gonna be awesome. The kind of itinerary agenda for today's review is going to give it a grade, talk about the cast, give a little plot overview. A funny observation I made of this might be a tax write-off for vacation. Share my favorite bits, and then I will, of course, in true TUBI Tuesday on a Wednesday fashion, write the squeakquel. Okay? So buckle up. Feel free to share your thoughts, all right? For those watching in the future, please grade the movie in the comment section. Thank you, Carly. Carly is our manager here, talking for YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, drop your grade below. Off the rip, okay? This movie is getting shat on. Hella Bella, you should have opinions. I'm gonna put in here, everyone, you just share your opinion, and we'll give it a score, even if you haven't watched it. IMDb gave it a 5.4 out of 10. Letterboxd, it's sitting at a 2.7 out of 10, or out of 5. But me personally, I'm giving it a 12 out of 12. I'm sorry, like, since when are people so, like, I'm sorry, you're going into this movie with, like, what, like a cinematic perspective? They're like, oh yes, I passed up watching the Odyssey to tune into Summer's Last Resort, a TUBI exclusive. Like, it just feels like, we're bullying Jerry O'Connell. I feel like we're taking a moment to be like, hey, let's not have fun anymore. Every movie has to have this beautiful statement towards, like, whatever the world is dealing with. Let's just have a good time. Can we do that for once? Just have a good time? My goodness. I really enjoyed this movie just because I do think that it fully encapsulates the energy of, like, hey man, how you feeling? Not great? Let's just have a movie where the plot unfolds and we watch crazy hijinks. Not everything has to be like the most well thought out. Not everything has to be like purely or you know, perfectly executed. We could just have a good time every once in a while, and I don't think that that's illegal. Okay, I'm putting a poll live, 60 seconds. Just give what you think this movie's grade is gonna be, you know? Yeah, I really think that this movie's whole perspective, interest in life is just to be a fun story. It's like, hey, here's a story of a vice president falling in love, or a vice principal, you know? Let's talk about the cast, the team, okay? We have Millie, Glenn, Summer, Sadie, Crosby, and Captain Otto. Obviously Glenn, Jerry O'Connell is my favorite character, duh. But Captain Otto is up there, okay? I'm not gonna lie, he's up there. Crosby is up there. Sadie is crazy, okay? And in a good way. Summer, really good actress. I like her character. And Millie, like, everyone performs really well. This photo of Jerry, oh, it's doing something for you. I would argue that's every photo of Jerry O'Connell, all right? That dude is a snack. He's so tall, he's jacked, and you know what? He's a good person. He's really nice. Have we considered that? I'll break down the roles. Millie is like the mom. She is a chaotic person. She lives life, you know, very carpe diem, like laissez-faire, just very relaxed, just let's go balls to the wall, you know, not much thoughts of like, 60% of you gave this movie a B, 20% gave it a C, 20% gave it a D. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Yeah, Millie is just like, she's not one to think about consequences. She just go, go, go. She has 2 kids in Summer and Crosby, and she's had a lot of like boyfriends, partners, stuff like that, and they never last. And it's like there's a timeline that Summer and Crosby joke about where it's like, oh, how long until you ghost so-and-so? Jerry O'Connell plays Glenn, who is a vice principal, who is just your all-around, just a nice person. Like, he's goofy, he's embarrassing, he's made fun of by Summer the whole time because he's so dorky, and he's just like a good-natured person who's easy to make fun of and ridiculous, and everything goes wrong for him some way or another, but he is successful, he is charming. Is like, what, just because he doesn't have edge, he doesn't deserve respect? Like, no, you need people who mean well, exist, and aren't bad, you know? He is, in a lot of ways, a reflection of the opposite of what Millie provides Summer and Crosby, where she is chaotic and roaming free. Glenn is security. He is like a secure spot. Like, he grounds everything. You know, he is logical, he is reasonable, and he's understanding, and in a lot of ways that scares Summer because it's like, oh, he's such a dork, like, whatever. Summer is kind of our like main character, I would say. Obviously the movie's named after her, but it's definitely the Glenn and Summer show. Summer is disapproving of Jerry, who is her vice principal, and just has no interest in her mom, like, exploring this romantic connection with Jerry. They're moving too fast, but on the same leg, she's like, oh, mom's gonna ghost him anytime now because they've been together for 4 months or whatever. And it's like, not only is she throwing stones at how like chaotic her mom is, but she's also throwing stones at how neutral and safe Jerry is. And so it's like, let's just zoom out for a second and just say Summer is like, she's disapproving for something deeper, right? Like, she's feeling other emotions, not directly related to her genuine thoughts on this relationship. Like, she's projecting onto this. Sadie is Jerry's like chaotic daughter, and she just shows up to like destroy everything. She's insane. She's got a bit of a rivalry with Summer, which is entertaining. It's fun seeing their dynamic of like, Sadie in a lot of ways is Millie, as Summer is Jerry. Like, you could swap them, but, and so they are butting heads, but they have the same goal because they don't want Jerry to be together with Millie. It's a whole thing. Crosby is the like reasonable like son of Millie, and he loves Jerry. Like, and it's so funny because he's like a little kid, but he's like, yeah, man, I would like this guy to be my dad. He's a dork, but like, he's a good person. And one of my favorite scenes, getting into the plot, is like Summer and Sadie come to the realization that like Jerry's gonna like propose to Millie at this vice principal convention, and obviously they don't support it, and they come up with a scheme, whatever. But Crosby reveals like the night of the award ceremony, he's like, oh, are you stressed about like Glenn and Mom's like engagement? And Summer's like, how do you know that? And Crosby goes, oh yeah, Glenn started crying during the couples massage, saying that I was still gonna be the man of the house. Like, yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. Sandalwood, good choice. And it's just so funny because he's like an adult in a child's body. And my one complaint is that he is a capitalist, okay? His whole thing is, what would I rate this movie if Jerry wasn't in it? If someone gave a performance as good as Jerry did, I would still give it a 12 out of 12. I can recognize the goal and intention of this movie. I met Violet and Madeline McGraw recently at a horror convention. They're so nice. Wait, that's so cool. Crosby like gets in trouble with the at face value, I would say the movie's still good. It's probably like an 8 out of 12, a 6 out of 12, like 7.5 maybe. But the performance, everyone does a really good performance. Like, my one complaint with Crosby is like, I don't like that he's a capitalist. I want him to be taken off the, like, I need Jerry to like push some like socialism into Crosby's corner to be a good like influence on him, because Crosby like stakes out a cabana at this resort and then holds it hostage the entire day and rents it out to people essentially. And I'm like, my god damn it. And he's very capitalist from start to finish. It's crazy. He pushes a lot of like not actually right-wing whatever, but he's very much like a you gotta grind set whatever. He's on the same like TikToks as Yash, you know, where Yash is like, I'm a day trader, finance, I'm here, I'm there, stocks, Forex. Like, Crosby is definitely gonna get involved in Forex in the future, and I need Jerry O'Connell to be a good influence on him and push him away from this hoopla. Get him out of the hoopla. And then we have Captain Otto, who's a crazy person. He runs like an octopus black market scheme, and his whole goal is to have sex with Millie. And under normal like the old Millie would definitely go for a Captain Otto red flag like douchebag like sex dude. She would totally go for him. He does look like Ray Liotta, and it really reminded me of Kangaroo Jack in that way, where I was like, man, this really is Jerry O'Connell. And then the other guy, what's his name? He was in the Speed Train guy. Who's the other young guy who plays Ray Liotta's like son? Or no, he just looks like Ray Liotta. What the son is the Foo Fighters guy. I can't think of what his name is, but the other young guy, I can't think of his name, but they looked alike to me. Captain Otto seems to just be like an unhinged Christopher Walken. Yeah, he's the dad. Who's Christopher Walken's son in Kangaroo Jack? Because I felt like they were cousins, Captain Otto. But Captain Otto is like the unhinged, crazy, like, he keeps shooting his shot with Millie, but he's also like hosting like a yoga class that like Summer and Millie are like signed up for. Ray Liotta looks like Captain Otto, not Christopher Walken at all. You were right the first time. It is Tim Rosen? Hell yeah. I'll pull it up after this, but Captain Otto's whole thing is like sex, and his penis is always bulging out, and he's shredded, and he's just like, he is, if this movie is like the Garden of Eden, he is the snake, and Millie is being tempted with the interests of her previous life, as she is with someone who represents change, her future, like everything like that. And so it's really quite nice seeing her reject him throughout the whole movie. Like, it's very nice. His dick is just cock and balled out, especially during the yoga scene. He's like, in Python. And he does this, and he's shredded, and you just see his dick. And I'm like, oh my god. Let's go through the plot a little bit. Jerry O'Connell's character is a vice principal. He finds love in Millie, and it is 1,000,000,000% an opposites attract type situation. Millie is pure chaos, and Jerry is her rock. Makes no sense, right? It's like the joke where it's like, you can't handle all that. Under every single normal worldview, Jerry would not be able to handle it, but Millie is actively like allowing herself to be like handled in that way of like, she knows, hey, I've been with a bunch of douchebags and it has not led to a like solid relationship for me. I've been able to identify that and I ghost these dudes. What if I talk to someone who has a real interest in me? what if I talk to someone who's a bit dorky and romantic and like is gonna take care of me and actually care about me and my family? And it's so refreshing of like, hey man, let me just put myself out there in that way. And Jerry, I am very thankful, does not betray that trust. And that's very nice. Summer, who goes to high school, the high school that Jerry is the, she goes to the high school that Jerry is the vice principal of, and he is just a stick in the mud. He is a dork, he's a knucklehead, McDorkatron in every way, and she's like, this dude is so fucking lame. And what I like about this movie is that like Summer's not convinced, and you might be like a little bit confused, but then you remember that it's like, oh, well, this is a teenage girl who like is the product of like, not even divorce. She doesn't know her dad. She just has like a single mom family household, and she's used to stepping up, being the responsible one. And it's like, well, yeah, why would she be like a reasonable person? Like, she has every excuse to not like that, her current situation that she has ground in, okay? She's not gonna let go and just let anyone take control. And so she puts up these walls and doesn't like Jerry, the vice principal, at all. Doesn't fuck with him because he's dorky, lame, and it shows that she's a hypocrite because Summer makes fun of her mom for being like promiscuous and chaotic and ghosting people and diving headfirst into like the red flag factory that is the dating pool that, you know, her mom's been diving into. So it's like you throw shade at your mom, but simultaneously when she finds someone who is the opposite of what you're making fun of her for, you also are making fun of him. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, it's a teenager. Like, of course they're not going to see like the bigger picture. And that's okay. And that's what I love about this movie, is that it's like, you totally understand where she's coming from. She has her walls up. She's managed to ring her life together where she is the center point of logic and reason. She is the mature person. And so then when she acts irresponsible, it's like, yeah, just because you're mature doesn't mean that you're reasonable. And I love that. Through the, plot, it's constant garbage fire. Jerry is doing everything to win the approval of Summer. He's trying to be cool in like a dorky dad way. And so he's like, Summer, catch! He throws a football at her and she's listening to like an audio book, I think, and the football hits her in the face. Every time he tries to like connect with her, it leads to her being more and more frustrated. And it's so fun. This is such like summer hijinks, like fun, cozy movie. Like the plot is gonna unfold. One of the funnier scenes is that it's like they have these like torches and everything, and you get in the like those like it inflates around you. It's like bubble soccer, and then people stopped using them for soccer, and then it's just like you tackle people. They like have this whole thing. Jerry decides, oh, I get it. He's like, oh, I get it. I'm trying too hard to be like a reasonable safe space. Let me call her out in front of everyone. So he puts on the bubble and he calls out Summer and he's like, you're a dork and you're scared. So then she's like, oh, you want to go? She puts the tube on and they bounce into each other. He's kind of kicking her butt because he's a grown man and she's a teenager. Like, duh. And it's Jerry O'Connell. He is jacked. He looks great. He bounces into her the final time, and it's like right as they're having fun, he hits into her. She knocks over one of the torches. A cabana erupts into flames, and then she's like, you ruined everything. It's just plot, reaction. Now you're pissed. They're getting further and further divided, and you love to see it. It's just like, he keeps fucking up. Yeah, it's like, this is just the most like classic movie ever. And if you like Jerry O'Connell, you're gonna like this movie for sure, because it's just a fun movie. It's a fun summer movie. And it keeps pushing her away more and more and more. At one point, they're watching this dolphin show at the resort, and Jerry's like, let's go, Summer, like, let's participate in the thing. So they're in the water. Summer farts, and the dolphin almost dies. This is a real plot point. The dolphin almost dies, and Summer and Jerry work together to administer CPR, and it's very gross. And they save the dolphin's life. And this is like one of the first times that you're like, man, they're kind of working together. Oh my God, love is real, whatever. It's very nice. Next up, pretty much as they're starting to get connected, then Jerry's daughter pulls up. She's an agent of chaos. She drops the news like, well, don't you realize that your mom is gonna get married to my dad? Summer freaks out. They come up with a plot to fuck up the proposal, and it makes no sense. So he accepts the award of being like the vice principal of the year. And his proposal is that he's gonna, oh my God, what Charlie XCX song is that? I think it's like Break the Rules or whatever, where it has like gunshots in it and it's like, and he's gonna do karaoke with Millie, his like girlfriend, and that is how he is like going to get engaged. He reaches into the bag and his hands are super glued on these water guns that look like AR-15s. And it makes no sense. And it's very funny because like he pulls his hands out of the bag and he's got guns. Everyone's like leaping to the ground and all this stuff. And like the song is like whatever. It makes no sense. This is like the weakest part. But part of the charm is the movie is like, he's like, these are obviously fake guns. And she's like, why do you have fake guns glued to your hand? And like, even there's a vice principal from Texas and is like, that is not an AR-15. And then the gunshots are going off and then he goes, but that does sound like a real gun. So, and he dives and hits the ground. It makes no sense. Jerry gets like escorted out, and I'll talk about this scene later on. But the proposal is off. Previous to this, Summer has a conversation with Millie about like her mom. And she's just like, dude, I think you're moving too fast. I don't like this. Like, you're moving so fast. Like, I don't want you to marry him. And Millie goes, wait, this isn't a bit. You really don't like Jerry, or Glenn is his name. But, and she's like, no, I don't like him. Yes, the mom is super nice. She loves that he is a dork. Like, she really appreciates that he is stable, dorky, and sweet. Like, she likes that in him. And they kind of, like, bring out the best in each other, in my opinion. They have a very mature relationship. And it's so interesting because Millie hears this, and despite truly, like, I'm being in love with Glenn or Jerry, she's like, okay, then I won't say yes. And so that's part of the plot, is that like, even though she has agreed to like say no to the like proposal, now it's a side plot of like, oh my God, our daughters tried to sabotage this, even though we had this mature conversation. Hijinks ensue, right? And as this is happening, it's like Jerry is like talking about how much he appreciates his newfound family, like whatever. Summer wakes up, the chaos like ensues, and Millie and Jerry break up, leading to Summer and Jerry to team up, okay? Proving to us that love is real. Millie goes to like explore and like essentially fuck Captain Otto on his boat. Did Haley watch this with you? No. And she's pretty much like, okay, we can't do this. We're done. I'm gonna go fuck this guy now. And it's like Jerry and Summer are like, fuck, we gotta we gotta intervene. We gotta stop this. And where this conversation happens is Jerry is like this is like, he's standing at the top of this massive ass water slide. And he's got the arm floaties on. And he's petrified standing up there. And he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And everyone's like, hurry up and ride the slide. And he's like, I'm building the courage. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. He's trying his best to be brave in this situation, but it's just straight up not working. And he's so scared. And one of my favorite lines is, he's like, my feelings are included in the, like, what is that called? He's like, my feelings are in the all-inclusive stay here. Like, and then Summer gets on the, like, she gets on a, like, whatever horn, and she's talking to him like, you can do it. I want you to be my dad. We gotta stop Millie from sabotaging, like, self-sabotaging your life. We gotta go get her. And so he builds up the courage. He's pushed to do something brave. He goes down the slide. The first thing he says is like, there's water in my butt. It's very funny. And they ride off to stop Millie from sleeping with Captain Otto, which, by the way, as she's doing it, she is like regretful the whole time that she's on the boat. And she's like, I don't think I could do this. She's shutting him down. They're kind of getting into it. He shows his like undercover, like black market octopus racing, like he's kidnapping these octopuses from like the resort for octopus racing. It's really big in Dubai, he says. And she's like getting the ick. She's like, I can't do this. And this is then when Jerry pulls up. But let me talk about like this whole situation is he's on the boat and he's everything that she's like rejecting in Jerry, and she knows it's not home. And so it feels like a very mature moment of like, she broke up to consider the feelings of her daughters. But she didn't break up because she doesn't like Jerry. And it shows that like their relationship is real, because when she goes back to familiar ground in Captain Otto, she doesn't see this future for herself. And she's kind of icked out, and she's like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know. Which is nice. It's growth. And Jerry and Summer pull up on jet skis. And she's like, oh my God, you came to save me. It is very sweet. And honestly, this entire movie just feels like a tax write-off for people to go on vacation. Like, so much of this movie is just like fun. Where did they get the jet skis? Well, it's an all-inclusive resort. So they like sprint onto the beach, and Jerry is like, wait, slow down. The sand is nature's like whatever, like step machine. Very sweet. And honestly, it's like, truly, if you have seen, Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2, where, it's like very clearly Adam Sandler just wanted to like make a movie and have fun with his friends. And then like in the process, they just so happened to be making a movie. That's what this movie feels like, in the best way. And I think that it translates to this like viewer experience. I feel like you watch this and you can tell that people are having a good time, and it makes it that much more fun. This is not a deal breaker for me. It's just a funny observation where they're going down the slide, and I'm like, I think Jerry O'Connell just wanted to ride this slide. And they just needed an excuse to do it, so it's part of the plot now. And they're staying at the resort, and you know, they have like this whole dolphin thing, and I'm like, I think they just wanted to swim with dolphins. Like I think that truly, Jerry's agent was like, all right, Jerry, we have this movie. We're getting you back in the game. And we're starting off nice, fun, and easy. You remember your stay in Australia? And he goes, how could I forget it? Greatest movie of my discography. Hello. And they go, we're going for the same exact vibe. Good energy on a resort. You in? And he's like, let's do it. Let's have a good time. And Jerry has like, you know, he is a mature man. Like, he's a grown-up. Like, he is grown. And I do buy him being a dorky father. Despite him being so handsome, and he's jacked. He's gigantic. Look at him. Despite him, like, being an adult, he does, and, like, so handsome, he does give, like, dorky grown-up vibes. And it's very funny to me. Let's see here. Let me tell you about my favorite bits. He always says he has zero clue why his wife married him. Yeah, it feels like this is him. Like, it feels like less of a performance and more of just like, yeah, I think that he's a dork that just so happens to be gorgeous, you know? I really like Jerry O'Connell. He was very nice to me in the time that I met him. And some of my favorite bits in this movie is there is a vice principal from Texas, and at one point he goes, this isn't an Amarillo prom. I'll show you what Amarillo looks like. I've been to Amarillo a million times. Amarillo. When you get a text him for the BB Unlocked guest appearance, we'll see. Derek Lavaseur last week was like, we got to get you to these live audiences, and I was like, I want to be on it. I'm like, the fuck? I'll take a live studio audience for sure, but I want to be in it. Hello. They save the dolphin. Wait, okay, so they give CPR to the dolphin, right? Dolphin comes back to life, and it's a beautiful bonding moment. The dolphin is released into the ocean for retirement when they're on the jet skis in the open ocean, okay? And the stem of this is that Jerry was Summer's like driving like instructor, and she was, you know, going 5 miles per hour. At one point they get like passed by an old lady walking like at the start of the movie. And so she is finally saying, fuck it. She's gonna put her foot on the gas and like, we're gonna ride in the ocean. Who gives a shit? They hit Kimberly and she like, they think she died. Like in the open ocean. And he's like, oh my God, we hit Kimberly. And she's like, oh no, it's the start of her vacation. And then she goes, we can't look back. Sometimes you just have to move forward in life. And it is like the bit of hitting a dolphin in the entire ocean. They are driving in a straight line and they just so happen to hit the dolphin that they had to save. Very funny to me. It got a laugh out of me. I was like, that's so funny. There's also this very funny like resort holding room. It's like a jail cell. And it's like the guy, he's like pulling him in, and it's the resort guy. He puts him in the jail cell, which is a beautiful like holding room. There's like cucumber water, all this stuff. And Jerry looks around and he goes, your holding cells have avocado water? And the guy goes, he's like, this is a resort, not a Shawshank, or something like that. The way he pronounces Shawshank is so funny. He's like a Shawshank or a Shawshank or something. The way he pronounces it is so funny. And Jerry's like, oh, fair. Millie goes in there, and he has like the guns like glued to his hand. They take them off. He's winding down because everyone knows he's a good guy. Like, and that's something that like, it's not like they villainize him like, oh my God, you're crazy. They know he's a good guy. They're like, it's fucking Glenn. These are obviously water guns. Like, why did you make it so fucking weird at this award ceremony? You need to cool down in this room. Millie goes in there to check in on him, and he's sitting with his feet in like a pedicure thing, and it's like a massager with water. He's got a robe on, an ice mask on his face, and he's like, And it's so funny that like he openly accepts like, hey, I need to cool down. Like shit's going, today's been a lot and I do need to relax. It's very funny to me of like, it's a subversion of your expectations that like he's being held in a whatever room. It's like, oh, it is a resort. So this is what an Amarillo, Texas prom looks like. So what even the fuck does that mean? This is the big Texan steak like house. These are like the motels that you can go to. It's just like the most normal location of ever, but the like vice principal says this is an Amarillo prom, and I'm like, if you're from California, that line makes sense and you're like, wow, Texas is crazy. But if you're from Oklahoma and you've been there, you're like, what the fuck does that even mean? It's like a small city. Like, what are you talking about? They have like one high school there. What does that even mean? And now we are going to write the squeakquel, everyone's favorite part. Let me pull it up here. And the squeakquel is called Corey's Last Resort, Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. Okay. It's like the sequel, but we're not using the same actors. Instead, we're gonna use reality TV stars. And the idea is Kat and Alex are in love. It is true love. They're gonna go on a trip. It's beautiful. It's everything we've all dreamt of, right? But Corey has a problem with this. He's feeling helpful. He knows that Kat Dunn's dream situation is to be proposed to at the Choctaw Casino. She doesn't want to get proposed to at a resort and then a cruise. And so he needs to intervene to try to save this situation, to save his friend Kat and Alex. Alex wants to be a good partner. Of course he does. He's the coolest dude I know. Hello. And so what we do in this movie is Corey and America are actively like scheming to stop Alex from proposing at this like cruise to resort situation, but they don't want to embarrass Alex because, you know, knowing like how your friend wants to be proposed to and then you having to inform their boyfriend of that could be embarrassing. They're protecting Alex's ego. And so Alex is like getting constantly distracted and like shenanigans are ensuing by the hand of Corey and America. And it's like, it's set in this beautiful resort, okay? Beautiful. We ride the cruise and this is how Corey like finds out what the proposal plans are, everything like that. It's giving beautiful situation, right? And these are just some of the cast people. I ran out of time. But Morgan, Drew, Ashley, Jag, and Jazz, they think that Corey and America are sabotaging the wedding or the proposal for nefarious reasons, okay? They don't understand that Corey is just trying to help Alex out while protecting his feelings. And so like, they think that it's like there's something fucked up going on here. And so they're all working together to try to stop Corey. And that's where we get crazy scenes. I don't know if anyone here has watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but we're gonna get like a funny scene like this where Alex wants to propose to Kat after she slides down a slide. But it's like, think about the logistics of this. Think about the logistics. Why Kat is like an Instagram influencer. Why would she want to get proposed to and photos taken by Haley Wild Photography? If you're getting married, hire my girlfriend. She's the best in the business. If you fly her out, she does travel. Okay. That is a thing that people sleep on. But, why would she want her pictures taken with her hair wet? So Corey and America work together and they go, they turn the water off, and then you get a scene like this.
How would you even describe something like that? It's so beautiful.
They should have sent the poet.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
And so the idea is that Corey has been caught turning off the water. So Kat is like, oh man, that sucks. The slide's broken. Like she goes down, and then Drew of Big Brother 28, right here, the Druth, he sees that Corey and America have done this, and he tackles Corey in a like argument where they slip on the slide, and then it's like this.
Oh. All right, this should be good, right?
Oh, that's great.
I'll do it.
Oh, who's going first?
Well, this should be you, right? I mean, you pulled off the AIDS thing.
Oh, Charlie.
Let's go before we get caught. Let's go before we get busted, okay?
All right, here we go.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Okay.
I won't lay you down.
All right. Like the spare.
It burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. Oh, it burns.
AIDS! Everybody out!
And so we're gonna get funny scenes like that of like going down a water slide that is bone dry. Yeah, I think it's so funny, and that's my plan for the squeak wall. Is we get chaos. The end of the movie comes, and Alex calls out Corey. He's like, "Why are you trying to sabotage my proposal to Kat?" And then Corey and America are like, "Fuck! Do you want to know why, man? You're calling it out. This is in front of Kat. This is in front of everyone." And he goes, "Because Kat told America that her dream is to get married at the Choctaw Casino. Not at a water park, not on a cruise, not at a resort. And I've been trying to help you and protect you because I didn't want you to propose incorrectly because I know how much you love her." Alex is embarrassed. And he dramatically runs away. He's heartbroken, okay? He's vlogging while doing it, so he's got his like really expensive camera. And he's running. This is my screensaver. Oh. It's my screensaver, by the way. If you guys are curious, very cool. He's running away. He's sad. Kat has to go and find him. And they're in one of these like slides explaining, and this is how you know it's bad. Alex is in this like in one of these. He's in one of these slides, okay, with his expensive ass vlog camera. And he's so sad. He's like he can't believe that his situation, his circumstances. He's distraught, and he's like, "I fucked up everything. Kat's mad at me. What are we doing?" He's got it in there, and Kat runs up. "Alex, don't do it! Don't do it!" And he's like, "I'm sorry. I ruined everything." And then they have this beautiful moment where she's like, "It doesn't matter where you propose. Yeah, I'd love to get married at the Choctaw Casino. I love gambling. But I love you more. I love you more. And besides, Hella Bella just inspired me. And besides, the Corey in America Ruined My Proposal vlog is gonna do numbers. Don't destroy your camera, please." And Alex is like, "So it was okay that I proposed here?" And Kat's like, "Of course. It's always been about us, not the setting." And he goes, "You're the best, babe. I love you." She goes, "I love you too." They kiss through the like glass thing, and then he goes, he's getting the greatest vlog content of your life. He goes, he's got his vlog camera, and he's like, "Oh God." And has anyone seen those like Dude Perfect videos where like they throw the ball as they're getting in the pool, and then the next guy jumps and he catches it, and then he does it? That happens, and it ends with Corey where it's like Jag jumps, he catches it, He tosses it to Jas, who's jumping. They're trying to get the video camera from, landing in the, deep-ass water. And Corey, last second, lays it out, full belly flop in about 2 inches of water. Crazy red. Catches the camera. Slow fades to the actual proposal, the actual marriage ceremony. And what plays at the end? Living in the land down under. We get a Kangaroo Jack theme song to end the movie. Okay? That's the squeakquel. That concludes today's TUBI Tuesday on a Wednesday. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, YouTube. Does anyone have any closing messages for the YouTube? I'll put you right here. If you want to say hello, goodbye, good night. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate you. And I'll see you later, alligators. All right. Bye.